In America, a lawyer will take a case on a win-only basis. He will have offers, won't he? Should he take them up, do you think, Ayesha?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't know what is wrong with this man. I think he's got severe mental health issues. But quite frankly, I think he comes across as a very unpleasant, toxic, publicity-hungry weirdo. And if I were them, I would get a restraining order against him. It is their right as parents to decide who the children see and who they don't. He doesn't have some automatic right. And the way he's conducting himself, every time he goes on TV, he makes it worse. If he really wants to rebuild bridges, and I understand how difficult this is, I know people that have been estranged from their family, very, very, very difficult. But if you want to build a bridge back to your family, you don't go running to the press the whole time. You keep your head down. You maybe write private letters. You get yourself together, and then you gently put out some olive
Mike, you think he has got the right?
Well, I think that's a terribly unfair characterisation of Thomas Markle, who I think has been treated despicably and dreadfully by Harry and Meghan. I think they decided early on, we want this guy out of our life. He's too much of an embarrassment. Now, if you remember, it all started with the paparazzi pics, OK? And he was approached by a load of photographers who said, you know, you look like a fat old guy and you're going to be the father of the Queen of England. We can help you with your image. So he fell for it. He didn't get any money. He fell for it and he said, OK. And they took the pictures of him looking at a computer and getting fitted for his suit, OK? The next thing is the People article. The People's the biggest selling magazine in the world. They publish a part of a letter from Meghan, which makes him look dreadful. And all he did was reply to an inquiry from the Mail on Sunday to put the record straight.
And then it's such a surprise. He then ends up on Good Morning Britain, and then he ends up on another. It's like he's very unlucky.
He has criticised her, hasn't he?
Yes, he has criticised her, and she deserves criticism for treating your father like that. She's pushed her father right out of her life because he doesn't fit her image. She wants to be the most cool and famous woman in the world, and she doesn't want this rather overweight guy living in Mexico, her father, to be anywhere near her. And I think it's disgraceful.
Mike,
and I think the fact that
Ayesha, come back in.
Yeah. His actions and the way he's reacted to this, also not just him, but her absolutely vile half-siblings as well, who are like coining it in left, right and centre.
That's not him.
From they have spoken to him about
Samantha?
it. Yes, Samantha. I don't blame her. I think you have every right, if a family member is being toxic to you, you can cut
I don't think he's
them
being
out
toxic.
of your...
How's he being toxic?
What? He goes on TV at the drop of a hat.
He goes on TV to try and defend himself against continuous attacks from Harry and Meghan's camp. Her friends got together and stitched him up, and it ended up in a popular magazine. He had every right to defend himself.
His grandson, and quite frankly, if I were them, I would keep their grandkids so far away from him.
I wonder whether
leaving
Thomas Markle out of it, I wonder whether actually a grandparent does have the right. I think I might feel I've got the right if my kids had children and they didn't like me. I could say, well, I still want to see my grandchildren. I think it depends.
So if, for example, you had played a huge role in bringing up those children and those children had known you from when they were wee and you had been a huge part of their life, this is a very different scenario.
OK.